Hey, Myles, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing great. Hey, I asked John the same question, but just basically, what can you tell us about Coach Shrews? What have you learned about him over the last few months that you can share with us? Thanks, man.
I mean, Coach Shrews is a basketball genius, man. Like he just knows the game inside and out. Like I've never heard a question go unanswered. Like he just has the answers right now. Like he's showing us all these new things, and we're just trying to be sponges and absorb as much as we can. And we're obviously going to have a lot of questions because it's new. But he always has a reason, and we're getting better. That's the biggest thing, player development. And I can see the difference in not just myself, but in a lot of different people.
Joe Giuliano.
Hi, Myles. Obviously, your team had a lot of turnover in the offseason. You lost a lot of good buddies and teammates and welcomed some new guys. How did you handle the turnover, and how have you gone about welcoming the new guys to Happy Valley?
Well, all my life, I've moved, a bunch of different times in my life. So I've always learned to be adaptable to whatever my situation is. And, some of my good friends leaving, it stings a little bit, you know what I mean? Like I'm used to seeing them every day. They're my friends, like you said, and my brothers. But I wish them the best. I hope they have successful, years and careers wherever they are. But, to the new guys coming in, I was just excited that, somebody would want to come play with me, come play at Penn State, come play with John and Seth and I. Like, it feels good that people want to, be a part of something like this.
Andrew Clay.
Hey, Andrew Clay, WTAJ in Altoona. Coach and John both talked a lot about winning as being a motivation for this team, not building a profile, not stats. How much is that part of the mantra, and how much how much does he talk about winning, I guess is what I'm asking.
I mean, it's everything. Like he's won everywhere he's been. I want to win. Like I've seen what it takes to win. I've seen, how hard and how much blood, sweat, and tears go into it, and I want to get back to that point. And I feel like Coach Shrewsbury has done a great job of kind of giving us a template, and we've worked really hard this summer. And I feel like the hard work is just beginning, and I think that we have a lot of opportunity for us to win, and I think that is all we can ask for.
Nate Bauer.
Myles, what if you could give a scouting report? What are the strengths of the team as you guys are currently comprised?
I think we're very old. I think that we have a lot of experience that a lot of people don't necessarily think about when you're in a quote unquote rebuilding stage, I guess. After a coaching change, a lot of people are expecting teams to have a lot of growing pains and things of that nature. But when you're building with guys that have such high IQs, it's not much of a rebuilding stage. So I think our age and our experience is something that I think people would be surprised at, and just our playmaking ability as a team. Like not just one specific guy. Like we have a bunch of different guys that can make a bunch of different plays from multiple spots on the floor. So to give you a scouting report would be kind of like foxhole or rabbit holing our team. I think we have a very broad bag. I guess that's a good way to put it.
David Eckert.
Hey, Myles, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. I guess just kind of on a similar line, maybe I'm just wondering if maybe you have a little bit of a scouting report on some of the new arrivals here. Maybe one or two guys that has maybe impressed you in the workouts that you guys have been having.
I mean, if I had to pinpoint two guys, I don't know if I could. I mean, everybody's made significant strides to get better, even since they've gotten here. But Jalen Pickett's IQ is ridiculous. I mean, like he just plays the game with such pace, and he makes the right reads. Greg Lee is a great athlete, can shoot the ball, can dribble it. He's very big and strong. Giovanni Scott, very big and strong, can rebound, is a great athlete, can make plays, and Jaheim can shoot the cover off the ball. Like, he can really, really shoot the ball. Makes plays at the point guard position, and it's awesome to see. Like, I'm excited, honestly.
John Petitchnock.
Hey, Myles, appreciate the time today. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Hey, you talked about kind of like a scouting report on the team. Outside of statistics and things that you can measure, what has you most excited about this team when you look at kind of like guys' effort and their attitude and things that might not show up in a stat box?
Well, being around a group of guys that you haven't spent years with, the fact that, we like to hang out with each other, we like to spend time with each other, it translates to the court. So the things that you can't necessarily write down are the fact that we can hold each other accountable and pick each other up and move on. I think that's a skill that a lot of teams don't necessarily have, and it's very important that teams need. And because we're so old, we kind of respond to criticism very similarly. We kind of take it on the chin and, accept it and try to be coachable, not just from the coaches, but from our teammates as well. So I think that's probably the biggest thing.
All right, we'll go Owen Abbey and then Spencer, and then we'll let Myles go.
Hey, Myles. How important was it to the players that stayed to see someone like John come back, and I guess as well Seth also coming back? Like, how important was it to see that these players that did enter the transfer portal return?
It felt great. I mean, John is a great person, like one of the best people I've ever met. Great leader, very charismatic, just a great teammate. And to see him go would have hurt. You know what I mean? Like, it'd have been tough. But having him back, it just gives me another sense, a lot more sense of confidence going into the season. Like, I got somebody that I know I've seen go to war and win a lot. And then Seth, I mean, he's just an extremely talented kid. He works really hard. He kicks my butt. I kick his butt. Like, we try our best to push each other. And, I've heard the saying, iron sharpens iron, you know what I mean? And we just try to make each other better every single day.
Okay, Spencer, go ahead.
Hey, Myles, now that you're a senior, how does it feel to be the big man on campus? And in what ways have you helped out the new guys?
It's different, like, college is going by so fast, man. Like, I feel like freshman year was just yesterday. I can remember my first day of freshman year. I just try my best to let the new guys know that it doesn't last forever. And, every day you just got to give it your all. And you can't be timid. You have to ask questions. You have to be aggressive and assertive in what you want. And, and of course, most of our guys, pretty much everybody on our team is, has a certain level of humility. But, the young guys, they just have to take things with stride. And I try to teach them, like, nobody's ever going to say anything that's, they're trying to be malicious or, hurt you. Like, they just want what's best for you. And once I accepted that advice as a freshman, I made huge strides in my game and the team got better. So I try to push that to everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Myles. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you, guys.